Zoom play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And shouting through the tackle. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sets up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They run over center with Benson. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
have to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A give up the middle with Benson. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw, it's Murray. It's brought in by Wilson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is caught. Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Yeah, he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Purdy. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game. Second down and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run again on first down. Chubb. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 112 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A give. Here comes Benson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's now second and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Murray now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Purdy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Skirts by him at the 35. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now here comes Ayuk on a jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And Allen's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, McCaffrey. And this time he's into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offense offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Now Murray off play action. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And they're going to speed things up here.
2 yards on the play.
On first down, it's Benson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Cardinals first down. An 8-yard pickup.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. He'll look to throw. Murray now going to do it himself.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Murray to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
A gain of 15. First down, Cardinals.
Back to throw. Murray. That's complete to McBride.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
To throw is Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's first and goal.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for San Francisco, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-1.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.